Hello and welcome back again to my channel. My name is Juliet. I'm a Pearson Test of English tutor. In today's video, I want us to be talking about PTE and all you need to know about the PTE. A lot of people have been calling me to say, oh, I haven't done this exam before. Can you just give me a rundown of how this exam is or what it looks like? I have done a video like this in the past, but it wasn't detailed. So I'm going to go in a little more detailed in this one. I'm going to tell you the modules of the exam and the task in the exam. Now, if it's your first time of stumbling upon this channel, or if you're my returning subscriber, thank you. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button and remember to give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started. Now, for the Pearson Test of English, which is the PTE, we have 4 modules or 4 sessions in the exam. You'll be assessed for these 4 modules, which are speaking, writing, reading, and listening. There are 20 different question types, not 20 question types, but different question types in the exam. Okay, so for the speaking alone, there are 5 tasks: the read aloud, repeat sentence, describe image, retell lecture, and answer short question. Now, for the speaking, you're going to be assessed for some criteria like your content, oral fluency, and pronunciation. So these are the 3 major criteria you'll be assessed for. So the read aloud alone has 6 to 7 questions. Yeah, they will give you sentences for you to read them. Some are short, some are a bit long. Repeat sentence, you have about 10 to 12 of that task. The audio is going to say a word or a sentence, and you're supposed to repeat exactly what you heard. Then we'll have the describe image, where they give you different images to describe. For the describe image, you'll have 3 to 4 of these tasks on your test day. For the retell lecture, you listen to an audio and you try to retell the lecture in your own words. No, not in your own. You have to retell the lecture as much as you can. Yeah. For the answer short question, you're not being judged for oral fluency, content, or pronunciation. You're either going to get the answer correctly or it's going to be incorrect. So they ask you different questions based on different live events. They could ask you like, what does a lawyer wear in the court of law? Now, I've done videos on most of these tasks, which you can check on my channel if you need to know more about each of these tasks before you proceed to the exam. Most of the tasks in the speaking, you'll be given maximum of 40 seconds to do them. They will also give you few minutes. Some give you like 35 seconds. Some might give you like few seconds, 10 seconds for you to think about what you need to say or read a sentence that you need to read once you hear a beep. After the speaking, then it takes you to the writing. But for the 40 seconds they give you for each task in the speaking, you must not use up the entire 40 seconds. I would say once you finish any task, just click on the next button and it takes you to the next task, until you get to writing, which is the second module or the second session in the PTE exam. Now for the writing, you just have 2 tasks: the summarized written test and the write essay. You have 1 or 2 of the summarized written test, you have 1 or 2 of the write essay, but 90% of the time they just give you only 1 write essay, or even more time, like more than 95% of time they give you just 1 essay to write. Now here they want to see how well you can write. They want to see how you can structure your sentences. They want to check your grammar, want to check your spelling, if those things are in place. Remember, this is an English exam, so you're going to be tested for different things like vocabulary as well. Then this takes us to the reading session. Once you get to the reading session, you have to manage your time yourself. Yeah, but somebody will say, but Juliet, in the writing or in the speaking, I actually move to the next question by myself. Yeah, but even if you don't move into the next question, move to the next question yourself, the computer would gladly take you to the next question. But please do not come to that. Once you finish any task in the speaking or the writing, just click on the next button and the computer takes you to the next task. When it comes to reading, there are 5 tasks. The reading and writing fill in the blank, which is usually the first one, and people find it really difficult because there are really no shortcuts like 100% to do this task. It's either you know it or you don't know it. You have to be like an avid reader for you to be able to know this task, because you have to know things like grammar, you have to be good with your vocabulary, and there's also something they need you to have good knowledge of, which are collocations. There are a group of words that go together. Now the easy ones we use on our daily conversations could be: I'm going swimming, I'm making the meal, I'm doing the dishes, I'm going to make the bed. You hardly do not hear people say, I'm going to prepare the bed. Though few people say that, but the words that they use mostly will be things like, I'm going to make the bed. Now, these are regular words we use every day. You're going to be tested for those kind of things here in the reading module. A lot of people find the reading module a bit complicated, and I don't blame them. So for the reading, the first task is the reading and writing fill in the blanks. There are 5 to 6 of these tasks on your test day. They will give you a passage and there will be blanks in between those passages or between those sentences. And they'll give you options when you click on a drop down button on each of the blank. And you're supposed to choose the most appropriate option from the drop down button. Then after that, you go to the multiple choice, choose multiple answers. Now you're supposed to choose more than one answer, and there's a bit of negative marking there. That means that if you fail any of the options, it might take out one of the right ones you've gotten. But do not be afraid, because the multiple choice questions do not carry a lot of marks. Then we go to the reorder paragraphs. Now people find this one a bit logical, and I would agree to that. It's a bit logical. They give you 2 boxes. The first box on the left will contain sentences or paragraphs, and the box on the right will contain nothing. Now, just as the name of this task goes, reorder paragraphs. You're supposed to reorder the paragraphs in their right order. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You're going to reorder them, restore the paragraph or the sentences in their right order, because the box on the left where the sentences are not in their right order. So you're going to be restoring them on the right box in their right order. Then we'll go to reading fill in the blanks. Now this task, you have 4 to 5 of this task on your test day, and you have sentences with blanks in between them, and then you have the options. Usually they'll give you more options than there are blanks in the question, and you're supposed to move one of the options from the bottom of the sentences to fill the blanks between the sentences. You still have to have a good knowledge of vocabulary, a good knowledge of grammar, and a good knowledge of collocations. Okay, yeah, you need to know grammar structure. It will also be of good help to you if you have the time to learn it. I've got videos on that on my channel. Then we'll have the multiple choice, choose single answer. Just as the name goes, single answer. That's what they expect you to pick here. Then once the reading is over, you go to the listening. Now I need to say something. Once you're in the reading session, you have to manage your time, because the reading and writing fill in the blanks is a bit difficult. So people tend to spend more time there trying to figure out the answer. So that way, the 29 to 31 minutes they give to you in the reading, if you're not careful, you're going to exhaust that time without even finishing the reading session, and this will not be good for your exam. Immediately after that time is exhausted, the computer takes you to listening. The listening task, you'd listen to an audio for all the tasks in the listening. There are 8 tasks in the listening, which are summarized spoken tests, where you have 1 or 2, where you'd hear an audio and you're supposed to summarize the audio within 50 to 70 word counts. Then we'll have the multiple choice, choose multiple answers. You listen to an audio and you choose multiple answers. We'll have fill in the blanks, where you listen to an audio and there'll be blanks in between the sentences. So you're supposed to get out your answer from the audio you're listening to and fill in the blanks appropriately. That takes us to the highlight correct summary, where the audio tells you like a story and you're supposed to summarize the story and choose the best option that summarizes the story for you. The multiple choice, choose single answers. You choose a single answer from the passage as the audio reads it out to you. Then we'll have select missing word. Then we'll also have the highlight incorrect words, where there will be a transcription that would be before your screen, and the audio tries to read that transcription and tries to change some of the words of that transcription. Now those words the audio changes will be the one you're supposed to highlight, because they'll be incorrect words. They'll be different from the original transcription that is before you. Then that will take you to the last task, right from dictation. However, if you have not managed your time from multiple choice, choose multiple answers, if you haven't managed your time appropriately, if you've taken so much time to do fill in the blanks and select missing word and all that, you might not finish this last task, right from dictation. And this task is very, very important, as it will add a lot of scores to your writing. So I would say for the summarized spoken test in the listening, you have 10 minutes. They give you 2, they give you 20 minutes. The computer kind of manages that time for you. So even if you finish in 5 minutes, 7 minutes, you can't go to next until that 10 minutes or 20 minutes is exhausted. So once you get to the multiple choice, choose multiple answers, you have to plan yourself. Do not waste a lot of time trying to figure out the answers in this task. Now, these are the things that you need to know about this exam, from speaking to writing to reading and listening. These are the way these modules would appear in your exam, and these are the way these tasks too would appear in your exam. 20 different question types. You just have to know the tips, the tricks, and the strategies. That is all they need you to know. It's not like your regular English exam or maths exam or science exam you have in school. These are just simple things that you need to know. You have to know how to dot the I's and cross the T's. You have to try out some essays prior to the day of your exam. Though the essay doesn't contain a lot of marks, however, if you're looking for a high score like 79, you need to know how to write an essay. Yeah. Now, if you want more, you can leave me comments and I'm going to respond to your question.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need to know about the PTE, from the speaking module to the writing module, all down to the listening module. These are the tasks that you'll be faced with in the exam. And all you need to do is familiarize yourself with every of the tasks and what they want you to do, or what they want you to, how they want you to tackle these questions on the exam day. That's all you need to familiarize yourself with, and that is what we teach here on YouTube. Or if you want one-on-one class, you can always contact me. Now you can find me on Instagram at English_prep class and on Facebook at English prep class. Leave your questions in the comment section. Surely I'm going to respond to you. And if you don't want a lot of people to see your question, you can hit me up on Instagram. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.